What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction video you want me to do, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows. We live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We live every Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And we also live every single Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping. Let's get into today's video. And today, bro, we got to talk about this shit, man. I was going to talk about this shit on the live stream, and I still will if somebody come in there wanting smoke. But I figured, man, I'm on my way to the work function and shit, and I got some time while I'm driving to really talk to y'all about this whole situation. So as we draw closer and closer to hopefully the biggest fight in boxing, Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world, as we draw closer to that, man, more and more stupid ass shit and stupid ass narratives is being said. We already talked about what Terence Crawford's sister had to say yesterday on the live stream. Go check that out if you haven't already. Totally 100% agree with her taking up for her brother. What she said, people being haters and shit, you can disagree with the content of her message, but a family member taking up for a family member, especially one as close as brother and sister, and they really rock with each other like that, like ain't no strained relationship. She at all his fights, she really support that man, and she rock heavy with her brother. That's her blood, so she supposed to take up for him, and she feel like people, you know what I'm saying, is criticizing him, you know, unwarranted and shit like that. So over here on Knockout Boxing 86 TV, we ain't got no issue with what she said, bro. Like, I rock for people taking up for their family. Like, my family better take up for my ass. You feel what I'm saying? So ain't no issues there. But what I do want to talk about, and what I am hearing, bro, is now all of a sudden it's this new talking point about Terence Crawford having a better resume than Errol Spence because Terence Crawford has fought more undefeated fighters than Errol Spence Jr. And I want to explain to y'all why this is a fallacy, bro, why this is absolute some of the dumbest shit that you could say, or some of the dumbest shit that you can, like, really think, bro. Like, so some of the, just off the top of my head, because, you know, we do our research, but a lot of times the boxing knowledge and the videos and shit, man, we off the dome with it. So off the top of my head, bro, I know that Gamboa was undefeated when Terence Crawford fought him. I know Mean Machine was an undefeated fighter when Terence Crawford fought him. Jeff Horn was an undefeated fighter when Terence Crawford fought him. And Victor Postol was an undefeated fighter when Terence Crawford fought him. Now, I ain't got no issues with those fights. A lot of those fights that Terence Crawford had, you know, those are good fights, bro. I ain't trying to shit on that man's resume, but let's just keep it a buck. And let's not act like because a fighter is undefeated, that mean that he better than a fighter that, you know what I'm saying, that has lost before. We can't do that shit because, for instance, bro, Gamboa, after fighting Terence Crawford, what did he do at 135? He moved up to 135, fought Terence Crawford. He was able to hurt Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford, being the dog that he is, being the boxer that he is, he weathered the storm and he stopped Gamboa ass, did what he was supposed to do, what he had to do to get that dub. But Gamboa only got one stoppage at 135 pounds, bro. He's never been cracking at 135 like that. Go look at the resume if you don't believe me. And then you go to names like Jeff Horn. Jeff Horn's cool. Yeah, he was an undefeated fighter when Terence Crawford fought him, but can you really use that shit to say that Terence Crawford's welterweight resume is better than Errol Spence's just because Jeff Horn was undefeated? Number one, a lot of people believe he lost to Manny Pacquiao. That's point number one. Point number two, ain't nobody picking Jeff Horn to beat any of the top welterweights, including Terence Crawford. Like, if you put Jeff Horn in there with Sean Porter, when Sean Porter was at his apex, if you put Jeff Horn in there with Gamboa, when Gamboa was at his apex, when Kell Brook was at his apex, bro, like, Jeff Horn ain't favored to beat none of those guys, bro. All of those guys would be the favorites. So this fallacy and this notion that because a fighter is undefeated, he somehow bolsters your resume, or she somehow bolsters your resume more than, let's say, Danny Garcia, for instance. So Victor Postol was undefeated when Terence Crawford fought him. Danny Garcia had already lost when Errol Spence fought Danny Garcia. But Danny Garcia did something at 140 pounds that Victor Postol never did, right? He was champion down there. He was champion down there. He was the man down there at 140. And he moved up to 147. And Postol never moved up. And who would you pick? Like, let's just keep it a buck, bro. If Victor Postol and Danny Garcia were to fight, Danny Garcia would have been the favorite, bro, if they fought at 140, if Postol moved up to 147. Like, the odds makers will favor Danny Garcia because of his better experience, his punching power, his counter-punching ability. Like, we're not going to sit up here and act like being undefeated means you have a better resume, bro. Like, that don't make no sense, dog. Y'all got to stop with this bullshit that y'all trying to sell people, man, just to try to push your guy. It's okay to say Terence Crawford got a good resume, and you think that it can stack up well against Spence. Like, if that's your thought, I totally 100% wholeheartedly disagree with that bullshit. But to say that his resume is better because he got more undefeated fighters, Errol Spence got better fighters, bro. It ain't about the record of the person that you fight. It's about the quality of that opponent. So Mean Machine, he was undefeated when Terence Crawford fought him. But Mean Machine ain't never been as highly regarded as any of the people that beat him. When Kell Brook was champion, Mean Machine wasn't considered on this level, even though Kell Brook had lost to Triple G. Even though he had lost to Triple G, shit, Kell Brook was still the man at 147 pounds. Let's not forget what he did to Sean Porter, bro. Keith Thurman and them, they ain't want no parts of Kell Brook at 147. He was the man, bro. Big, strong. Very, very good timing. One of the best, like considered the man at welterweight, bro. Only lost moving up 2 weight classes to fight Triple G. You gonna tell me that Mean Machine, because Mean Machine was undefeated, you mean to tell me Mean Machine was a better fighter than Kell Brook? There's never been any point in Mean Machine's career where he was ever better than Kell Brook, bro. Ever. Ever. Like, and it's not even close. Jeff Horn, same thing, dog. You can say this about Jeff Horn, oh, he beat the man, who beat the man, and he did this and he did that, all right. Well, people feel like he lost that fight. People feel like Manny was robbed. Furthermore, what if these undefeated fighters that Terence Crawford fought, what have they done since then, bro? What has happened to Yuriorkis Gamboa? What happened to him? What did Victor Postol do? Like, what has he done? What did these guys accomplish before and after Terence Crawford? Just a question, bro. We gotta get out of here with this fake ass, faulty ass logic, bro. We have to. It makes no sense. And that goes for any fighter, bro. Tank Davis, Devin Haney, shit, I don't know, Jesse Rodriguez, Artur Beterbiev, Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, Canelo Alvarez, all fighters, bro. It doesn't matter if you fighting an undefeated fighter. It matters who that fighter be. For instance, Callum Smith was undefeated when Canelo fought him. He was undefeated when Canelo fought him. But who you rate higher, bro? Who you rate higher, Callum Smith or David Benavidez? Wasn't Rocky Fielding like undefeated or some shit? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he was undefeated when Canelo fought him. What does undefeated mean, dog? It's a whack-ass, weak-ass talking point, bro. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta cut that shit out, fam. Come better than that. Talk about, like, the champion. Like, if you want to talk about the number of champions that he beat. If you want to talk about the skill set of the fighters that he beat. And how and how good they are. Talk to me about that. Let's have a real boxing conversation. Let's quit trying to find little facts that mean nothing, bro. They mean nothing. Fighting an undefeated fighter, if that undefeated fighter has fought no one, means nothing. It's a lot of undefeated fighters right now in boxing. And it always has been and it always will be, because resumes are padded, bro. They padded, and people can pay their way and maneuver their way into title shots and then, you know, being undefeated champions. But we all know who the best in each division is if you really follow this shit. We all know it, bro. And then the last point I'm making, I'll let y'all get to y'all day, bro. And y'all be sure to tune in to the live show tonight, man. We predicting all these fights this week and shit. The last point is then even the then when you go to the highly regarded fighters on Terence Crawford's resume, right? You go to the guys that people think highly of, Sean Porter. People think highly of Kell Brook in his heyday. When you go to guys like that, those are great wins for Terence Crawford. But he beat him after Errol Spence, who beat him after Keith Thurman. So Keith Thurman fought a better version of Sean Porter than Errol Spence did. But Errol Spence fought a better version of Sean Porter than Terence Crawford did. Triple G fought a better version of Kell Brook, a younger, stronger, undefeated champion in his prime version of Kell Brook with no eye injuries. Errol Spence fought an older version of Kell Brook with one eye injury. Terence Crawford fought an even older version of Kell Brook with 2 eye injuries, bro. So you guys, you can't act like time, right? Health, age, injuries. You can't like act like when you fight don't matter. And that's the mistake that I see being made by a lot of people that are perpetuating this talking point, bro. Like, number one, who is the undefeated fighter? Who is the undefeated fighter? You can't just throw out, oh man, he fought more undefeated fighters. Okay, well, who were they? Who were they and who did they fight? All that talking about somebody's resume better because of the record of the opponents that they fought. Okay, what's the record of their opponents' opponents? Who did their opponents fight? Are their opponents highly regarded? That's point number one. Undefeated record, miss me with that shit. Point number two, age matters. Y'all, health, injuries, all that shit matters, because the more wear and tear you have on yourself, the more fights that you have, the older that you are, you're not the best version of yourself, bro. You're not. So please, cut that shit out. And if you don't like what I'm saying, right? If you disagree with it, don't write no comments. You ain't got to comment on the video. You can pull up tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We're doing a prediction, but I always got time to cook somebody with no sense. Just make sure you come with some facts. Make sure you come with some logic and try to make the shit hard, because right now you dudes is too easy, man. But anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate the growth and the love that we getting so far. Y'all be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the like button. And check us out, man. Live Wednesday nights at 7:30. We live tonight, Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. You can also catch me live with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I appreciate everybody watching the video. Y'all go enjoy the rest of y'all day, and I'll see y'all tonight, man. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.